Hello everyone, today I want to talk about short video apps and how they shape teenagers' identity. In recent years, apps like TikTok and Douyin have become part of our daily life. Many teenagers open these apps every day, sometimes many times a day. The important thing is the videos we see are not random. The algorithm watches what we like, what we share, and what we follow. Then it keeps send us similar videos again and again. So short videos are not only for fun, they also teach teenagers what is trendy, what kind of body is beautiful, and what kind of lifestyle looks successful. In developmental psychology, this connects to Erickson's stage called identity versus role confusion. During this stage, teenagers are asking themselves a big question: who am I and who do I want to be? If the information they see is very one-sided, they may use a very narrow standard to judge themselves and others. This can make it harder for them to build a clear and healthy identity. Next, I will explain why social learning theory is important here. Bender's social learning theory says that people learn by watching others. We do not only learn from parents or teachers, we also learn from people we see on screen. On short video apps, the algorithm pushes models that get many likes and comments. These are often internet celebrities, people with perfect body, big success story, or very dramatic lives. When teenagers watch this video again and again, they may start to copy these people. They may change how they dress, how they speak, and even what goals they think are worth having. Over time, this can shape their values, their self-esteem, and their answer to the question, who am I? However, most public discussion only talk about screen time or addiction. They rarely connect the algorithm with deeper developmental issues such as identity formation in adolescence. So in this report, I use Erickson and Bender to look at how recommendation system may influence teenagers in identity. My aim is also to give some simple suggestions for parents, teachers, and schools so that they can get teenagers to use short video apps in a more healthy and reflective way.
Today I will talk about how algorithms affect teenagers, families, and schools. First, algorithms have a direct impact on teenagers' self-identity. They create an information caucus where teens only see similar content. This makes their worldview narrow and encourage materialism, popular chasing, and action-seeking behavior. Over time, teenagers may feel confused and unstable about who they are. Second, there are incredible impact on families. Parents and children communication becomes weaker, and parents often cannot understand the algorithm connect their children watch. Sometimes teens are exposed to inappropriate videos, which may cause argument at home. Also, many parents have low median letter received, so it is hard for them to guide their children. Lastly, algorithms affect school learning. Student attention becomes more fragmented, learning to weak focus and lower academic confidence. Algorithms also shaped their interests, which can increase difference between students. Some teenagers avoid real-life social interaction, and the comparison nature becomes stronger. These behaviors can challenge the school's value education. First, short video apps have become a big part of teenagers' daily life. The videos are short, fast, and very stimulating. Because of this, algorithms create a personalized information word for HT. They only say what the system thinks they like, which shape their things and habits. Second, algorithms is a very important stage for building self-identity. Teenagers know who they are, source information, social interaction, and daily experience. But algorithm content can show influence their value, the ideals of beauty, and what they think success looks like. For example, teens may think like equal self-worth, or they may follow success stories online. Finally, this issue has become a social concern. Decide what teens say and how often they say it. This influences how affected not only teenagers but also families, schools, and society. It also create tension between algorithm control and the need to protect young people.
The interview of the first question from the representative of Erica's theory of identity with role confusion. How will the homogenized content recommended by short video algorithms affect the construction of adolescents' self-identity? The answer: it is very important that you need to have a good impression about yourself, right? Of course, the short video, the adolescents can have ideas, about how to present themselves. The individual and last, this identity can be formed by having that. The second question, Bandura's social learning theory emphasizes observational learning. In your opinion, how will the viral content recommended by short video algorithms shape adolescents' value and self-expression through the imitation reinforcement machines? The answer: I think human beings as small as babies can actually imitate from people around, but when you look into adolescents, actually influence how they actually identify themselves. So it does shape the adolescents' values and self-expression. So it depends on what the adolescents actually watch. The third question, have you observed the swap between adolescents' online presentation and offline real self in their exposure to algorithm recommended short videos? What are the
the specific impacts of this slept on their social adaptation? Answer: I have seen not just the dozens, but what they particularly in media social is something which is not the same in the reality. So of course they try to impress, maybe to have more likes in the media social. They do things in the social media for popularity to get more likes. The last questions from the perspective of developmental psychology intervention. What suggestions do you have for optimizing short video algorithms to promote the healthy developmental of adolescents' self-identity? The answer is a good question, but it's kind of difficult to answer. Have the intervention, but of course, yes, the family and the school education, they should teach the adolescents on the dangers of using short video algorithms too much also. They need to inform the positive things and also the negative things in using that.
Hello everyone. Today I will share our study on how short video apps affect teenagers' self-identity. First, the apps show the same type of video again and again. This creates an information bubble, so teens see only one kind of idea. This can make them focus too much on looks or online popularity and stop them from exploring different sides of themselves. The second, the apps push viral videos and influencer lives. This makes many teenagers think that likes and followers equal personal value, which can conflict with family and school values. The third is many teenagers build an online self that is different from their real self. They may care too much about the online images, talk lies in real life, and lose focus on study. This hurts the growth of a stable self-identity. To fix these problems, we think three groups should work together. The first is platforms. Show more mixed content. For every few fun videos, add one learning or public good video. Use age control. Younger teens see less appearance content. Older teenagers get simple thinking notes like, is this story real? The second is families. Parents should learn how algorithms work. Remind teenagers that likes do not show real ability. Set a 1 hour daily limit and to do more offline activities with them. The third is schools. A simple lies on psychology and use debates or volunteering to help students build real social skills. In the future, we will study long-term and cross-cultural effect. These are our main ideas.